Hello. This is John T. Rhapsodes, Esquire, purveyor of awesome old-school audio stories. I bring you today a very short, strange, and spooky story from 1888 by Ambrose Bierce, called An Unfinished Race. Bierce lived from 1842 to around 1914, when he disappeared in Mexico, possibly killed by Pancho Villa. If you like awesome old-school audio stories from old minds that were once young minds, brought to you free of charge and with a grateful heart, consider while listening to subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications to get notice of new stories. Some funny, some spooky, others somewhere in between, and all awesome. Usually at least once a week. These simple acts will help this channel immensely. And now, hear the words of old. An Unfinished Race, from 1888, by Ambrose Bierce. James Byrne Worson was a shoemaker who lived in Leamington, Warwickshire, England. He had a little shop in one of the byways leading off the road to Warwick. In his humble sphere, he was esteemed an honest man, although like many of his class in English towns, he was somewhat addicted to drink. When in liquor, he would make foolish wagers. On one of these too frequent occasions, he was boasting of his prowess as a pedestrian and athlete, and the outcome was a match against nature. For a stake of 1 British sovereign, about $450 in today's money, he undertook to run all the way to Coventry and back, a distance of something more than 40 miles. This was on the 3rd day of September in 1873. He set out at once. The man with whom he had made the bet, whose name is not remembered, accompanied by Barham Wise, a linen draper, and Hammerson Burns, a photographer, I think, followed in a light cart or wagon. For several miles Worson went on very well, at an easy gait, without apparent fatigue, for he had really great powers of endurance and was not sufficiently intoxicated to enfeeble them. The 3 men in the wagon kept a short distance in the rear, giving him occasionally friendly chaff or encouragement as the spirit moved them. Suddenly, in the very middle of the roadway, not a dozen yards from them, and with their eyes full upon him, the man seemed to stumble, pitched headlong forward, uttered a terrible cry, and vanished. Worson did not fall to the earth. He vanished before touching it. No trace of him was ever discovered. After remaining at and about the spot for some time, with aimless irresolution, the 3 men returned to Leamington, told their astonishing story, and were afterward taken into custody. But they were of good standing, had always been considered truthful, were sober at the time of the occurrence, and nothing ever transpired to discredit their sworn account of their extraordinary adventure, concerning the truth of which, nevertheless, public opinion was divided throughout the United Kingdom. If they had something to conceal, their choice of means is certainly one of the most amazing ever made by sane human beings. And that concludes Ambrose Bierce's story, An Unfinished Race, from 1888. This is John T. Rhapsodes, Esquire, purveyor of awesome old-school audio stories. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this story and would like to hear more, please download the YouTube app, create an account, subscribe to this channel, like this video by clicking on the thumbs up icon, leave your thoughts in the comments section, click the notification bell, and share the videos with your friends so that they too can hear the words of old.